Hey guys, Tony here, and I'm here with my good friend Marty, who is here to install my star ceiling. Anyone that's been following along with my channel will know that I already have a DIY star ceiling video on my channel, and I did that about 4 years ago. And since then, Marty has come up with an idea to start his own business and basically refine the idea, even similar to the one that I did, but just turn it into a much better product. And as such, I ordered a star ceiling for myself. So guys, in this video, we're going to show you the entire process from start to finish on how we install that star ceiling. So guys, check the links in the description. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and let's get into it. So guys, as you saw from the intro, Marty's here to install this brand new star ceiling. And this is a new product that he's actually developed himself. He saw that from my video originally, and he's taken that idea and he's run with it, and he's turned it into a much better product than anything that I could have done. My one is just spaghetti mess of fiber optics going everywhere. Of course, you can't see them when they're in the ceiling, but of course you know they're there. Marty has developed this product, and it's basically CNC cut each panel, and then he's meticulously fed every single fiber optic into each of the holes, and then they've got a nice cover and their magnets go on, and it's just a really nice polished product. So Marty, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your business and what you're actually doing?
Yeah, thanks Tony. So yeah, back in 2020, Tony built a star ceiling. I saw his video and I thought, wow, I want one of those in my room. So I went on my own venture, did a very sort of similar star ceiling. So since then, myself and my partner were thinking, we've got to find a better way to do this. So found a supplier for 22mm acoustic panels to give it a nice rigid but still acoustic efficient effect, and it's Tracey and myself are very happy with it.
Hey guys, Future Tony here, interrupting the video because one of the things that we forgot to mention when we were recording the video is that each of these strands that are in this star ceiling can be programmed to be a different color. And that is something that sets this star ceiling apart from a lot of other star ceilings that I've seen, including the one that I actually built as well. Because of the way that Marty has engineered using an LED bar, he's programmed each of those LEDs to be a different color. And then there's a number of strands that go into each of those LEDs, and then they're spread across the different panels. And that way you can get different colors. Now, in this star ceiling, we have purple, yellow, white, and it's not quite red, but it's on that spectrum. And what that does is that gives a real 3D effect to the star ceiling, especially when the lights are off. So that's just something that I wanted to mention, and something that sets this star ceiling apart from all the other ones. Back to the video. Yeah, it's an amazing looking panel. Unlike my ones, which were just the Bunnings panels and they're quite thin, these are actually really thick and quite absorbent. And I can hear now, like, it's just, yeah, what a world of difference it is when those panels went up. So the idea of this is that you can put an order in or give you the measurements, or if you're close to where you live, you can come and measure, but then you can then work out a plan to design and cut each of the panels to fit the room. So in my room, I went and measured, and I got the exact dimensions of the room. I measured in all the corners just to make sure there wasn't any deviance in the measurements. And then I gave them to Marty, and I hoped that I got it right. And thankfully I did.
Yeah, so each panel, we looked at the measurements and we evened that out between 8 panels. So it's a kind of a random size, but it works for Tony's room. Tony doesn't have any speakers in his ceiling area. They're in his soffits. So it would make it a lot easier.
Righto guys, so now that we've gotten the room back to a bare shell, it's time to start with the next step, which is installing the new furring channels, which we just went and got from Bunnings, because of course, what would a project be without a trip to Bunnings?
That's right.
So we just got back from that and we pulled everything down. And so now we're about to install the new furring channels for these new panels. So what's the next step, Marty?
So we'll take our measurements of the panels where the magnets are, and then we will use a laser level, mark up, put our furring channel mounts, get them all put up, and then we're pretty much good to click it up.
Awesome.
Pretty straightforward, really.
All right, let's get into it. So guys, we've just finished installing all of the furring channels. Well, I say we, but it was mostly Marty. He did all the measuring and the screwing in. I just helped click them in. But that was probably the most time-intensive part of the whole process so far. So now that we've put the power up there, I've got a Govee smart plug. I'll have links to that down in the description. That is basically going to control the star ceiling to turn it off and on. So we're basically now ready at the pointy end of it. We're going to stick the panels up and hope all my measurements that I gave you were correct. So stay tuned for that, guys. We're about to do that right now. So guys, we finally finished installing all the panels. Again, I say we, but it was actually Marty that did it. So Marty, why don't you run through the process of installing your Starz ceiling panels?
Yeah, Tony, so it's pretty straightforward. We have our PowerPoint, which is located at the starting panel. Put the first panel up, and then we basically daisy chain each panel via cable, and we just go for a whole circuit around the room, and then last one up, clips, and it's done.
So when you speak about clipping, it's basically magnetized.
Just magnetizes up to the fairing channel.
So yeah, we have a magnet in each corner and in the center of each panel, and then they line up with the fairing channels. So that was really easy to do. But one thing we forgot to mention is to make this Starz ceiling a smart Starz ceiling, and of course Govee is another sponsor of this video, is we connected up a Govee smart plug. So we called it Starz ceiling, and then basically every time you want to turn on the room, you can have it as an action within the Govee control panel. So right now, when you press a button to turn on the lights in this room, it will actually turn on the Starz ceiling as well. So that's another cool feature of this Starz ceiling. So Marty, thanks again for all of your hard work in putting this Starz ceiling together and for coming all the way from WA. So guys, check the links down in the description. I'm going to have Marty's links down there. It's called Starz Design and Consultation. I'll have the website link, and as well, just make sure that you let him know that you saw him through my video. And guys, again, thanks again for watching this video, but that's it for this one. You'll catch me in the next one. Bye for now.